Basically, join the course for free. Pick your favorite AI assistant, whether it's Gemini, ChatGPT, or Claude, or Perplexity, and tell it to teach you how to do the steps in the program if you don't understand something. Hey guys, Randy here. I'm a 25-year IT veteran, and I am transitioning from being basically a hardware software support type of guy to an AI based role. At least that's what I'm attempting to do. So I settled upon using Claude Code, as right now it seems like Claude Code is one of the fastest growing AI automation programs out there. Anyway, I just wanted to let you know how to get started with Claude Code. And there's a whole lot of programs out there, so I'd advise you to stick with the one that Anthropic gives you. They are the creator of Claude Code, so they should be the ones to be able to put out the best, maybe not the most complete program, but it's a good starting point. Anyway, one of the first things that you need to know is they assume a lot of programming, or at least you're very familiar with programming in general. And second of all, it's going to cost a little bit of money. I got started with for $5 because you have to connect to the Anthropic API. And so I spent $5 to get started. A few weeks later, after I started building my own projects, I subscribed to the $20 a month plan, and that's what I'm using right now, and I have not run out of tokens so far. So let's show you the course here and start with see all courses. This is free. I forgot to say this is free to sign up. One of the biggest gotchas I found out was that they expect you to know something about programming. So if you're completely new to programming, it's going to be a shocker. So if you take them in order, the way they have them listed here, and you take this one first, it's going to throw you for a loop because it's going to dump you right into setting up a Claude Code from the command line and also from the Visual Studio SDK, the software development kit. And if you're not familiar with these things, it's going to shock you because it's going to assume you know a lot of stuff. So I'm going to skip through here. You can see I've already went through all of this, some basic stuff. Once I got past this, it started getting hard. So Claude Code setup. Now the easiest thing in the world to do is to use the Claude AI to the web interface to answer all the questions. It'll do it for you. But if you're not a paid subscriber to Claude AI, which I wasn't at the time, I am now, you quickly run out of tokens and you're shut off for a few hours, so your learning is interrupted. So what I did was I opened up a Gemini session. I like Google's Gemini just because I can talk to it. And it seems to be easier to use for me than it is for ChatGPT. Anyway, I started talking to Gemini. I do a lot of my research in Gemini. So once you start using three or four different the web interfaces like Perplexity, ChatGPT, Gemini, your conversations get scattered. So I try to stick with Gemini because everything is right there in my sidebar and I can remember where I put everything. So let's get over here and say pull up my Gemini, and you can see my projects over here just keeping track of. But really, this was all I needed to get going with Claude Code as far as an AI assistant. Gemini took care of everything, and it actually walked me through step by step. So let's take, for example, let's see, I'm on the wrong tab. There we go. Claude Code setup. Let's take it from the very beginning. To get Claude set up locally, if you're not familiar with this type of syntax, it's going to throw you for a loop. So let's just take it one step at a time. Here's the first thing I did. Went in here, even though it has the full setup instructions at quick start, they can be confusing if you're not used to running commands from the command line. So I just highlight the text, come over here to Gemini, and I talk to Gemini. Hit the microphone button. Oh, and one other tip, if you're going to start using the Claude Code voice mode, it's good to have a headphone set or a wireless mic, something, because I'm having trouble talking to Claude web interface like this, their AI engine. It's hard to talk to it without a microphone. It can't pick up all the words for some reason. The voice to text translation does not seem to work as well as Gemini does if you don't use a microphone. Anyway, let me show you basically how to get started and have Gemini or any other AI assistant give you step-by-step instructions and explain it to you in a way that you can understand So this is how I talk to Gemini. You are an expert at the Claude Code Academy. I need you to explain the following instructions in a simple, straightforward way so that even an 8th grader could understand it. Assume I do not know anything about command line or programming. Now I hit the space bar to stop the microphone. I could have pressed the button and stopped it, but this is how you have to stop it. You have to stop the voice mode so that you can paste in this text, which is all the stuff I highlighted on the other page, and hit go. Let me get this out of the way. Get those out of the way. And here's the explanation. So it tells you step by step. Open your command center. It's going to tell you how to open up your terminal and run PowerShell. And if you don't if you don't understand what it's telling you to do, simply tell it that you don't understand this part of it and explain it to you even better. On step 1, I don't clearly understand what you mean. I have a Windows PC, Windows 10. How do I open up a PowerShell window? Do I need to be in administrative mode, or will regular PowerShell work just fine? And here's the explanation and a little bit more about whether or not you need administrative mode. Anyway, I don't want to go deep into that. I just wanted to get you up and going as quick as possible so that you don't get overwhelmed the way I did. Basically, join the course for free. Pick your favorite AI assistant, whether it's Gemini, ChatGPT, or Claude, or Perplexity, and tell it to teach you how to do the steps in the program. If you don't understand something, just highlight everything that you don't understand on the page. Oops, wrong page. Copy it, paste it into your favorite AI assistant, and you're good to go. And I hope to get you off to a good start. And I'll talk to you later.